www.sltf.gov.gh. Application is currently open, so you can apply. And then kindly note that there is no fee charge for the application. Right from the time you start creating the account till the time the money is paid onto your Tvucc card, there is no fee, and there is nothing like protocol. Nobody does protocol for student loan. So you do the application yourself, you visit the office for any question that or any information that you will need. You go through the process, we assist you with the biometrics, then the process starts from there. After everything is complete, the money will be paid onto your Tvucc card, then you'll be sent a message for you to withdraw. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Madam Loan Trust. Please, any questions for her? Yes, please come forward. Any questions for her?
Please, Madam, during your presentation, you said you can only pay 2 years when you are done. You start payment. And please, my question is, after the 2 years, you still don't have that to pay, or you are sincerely sick, or probably you've passed on. What then happened to the loan?
All right, thank you for your question. That's true. The loan, when you take the loan for 4 years, you have the 2 years grace period, and then you have additional 8 years. So it makes 10 years after school for you to spread the money, and then you pay either the installments. If you have the means at a go, you can pay. Like you are saying, we are all here to learn, acquire knowledge, and then we move out to work. So the payment is such that you can pay a minimum of 50 cedis per month. And then with regards to when you are sick, like permanently incapacitated or dead, there's a protection scheme that covers the loan. So any amount that is paid to you, we deduct 0.05 of it and we keep in a protection scheme. So in case you are no more or you are sick that you cannot work, if you bring us a report that you are in this situation, or if a relative brings us death certificate or medical certificate for death that you are no more, the protection scheme covers the loan you've taken, so the money will be written off. You don't have to pay back. Your relative don't have to pay back the loan in such cases.
My name is Max Egezi, Beard Accountant. Please, I'm asking that after being a student, what else do you check before giving out the loan? What else do you check before giving out the loan? That maybe the person is working or no?
Okay, I'm Khalid Sina. My question is, you said control, if you are on payroll, you can also apply. But for instance, I'm on payroll, but there's no space on my pay slip. So can I also decide to say maybe after completion, then I'll start paying? Thank you.
So the gentleman asks, what else do you take? We give this is a government agency, and what the government is doing that is assistant tertiary students. So the moment you are a student, you qualify for this loan. We don't check if you are working, you don't check if you can pay back the money or not. The moment you are a student in a tertiary institution like this great institution, you qualify to access this loan. And let me also tell you that the loan is for undergraduate programs only. So if you are doing a postgraduate, this loan is not for you. So we don't check your status for working. It's for students. So the moment you are a student, the loan is for you. And with regards to the repayment, like I said, when you apply now, we don't ask you to pay back because we are giving it to you as a student. So the money is with you first year, second year, third year, for all the number of years. We give to medical students as well. So 6 years, you'll be on the loan, we give the money to you. And then we give you the grace period. That is 2 years after school before you start paying. Like the controller staff, for instance, we know there are affordability that one can be able to deduct if you owe. If you don't have affordability and your repayment is due, you need to come and negotiate with us. The time you get affordability, then we take it from there. But you don't have to dodge that you are not paying back the money, because it's the money that you pay back that will also help give other students the loan when they are also in school. So you don't have to pay back. And if you are a worker, you give the loan to you as a student, but not a worker. And after the grace, because you have 10 years to pay back, there is still more time after school that you can negotiate, arrange with us, and then we do the deduction. Not only through the controller deduction, you can as well pay by yourself if you have other means or other source of income and you want to pay back the loan. You can do that. Like I said, the interest is 12% per annum. But this interest, we break it down per month. So each month is 1%. So when you pay the loan on time, you forgo some interest. Let's say you take the money and want to pay. In the next 3 months, it's 1% by 3, which is 3% on the loan. So the earlier you pay the loan, the better. But when you leave it for like 5 years, the 12% is working through 5 years. So it depends on you. This is here to assist you. But as you are taking, you have to also make plans of paying back.
Please, my name is Judah Frico. My question, okay, I'm doing BEd ICT. My question is there any situation whereby a student will apply the loan and will not get with all the requirements? That's my question.
Okay, if all the requirements, everything is accurate, you will get the loan. You will not get the loan whereby we take data from the school. We have to make sure that you are a student before we give you this money. So when you come to school, like you've paid your fees and you've registered, the school has your data. So they will help us with this data and we check against that you are a student. With that, the money will be given to you. And then like I said, the Tvucc card is supposed to be your personal Tvucc. So in case someone applies and the Tvucc card that the person used does not belong to him or her, such a person will not be given the loan. And then in instances where you don't register for the academic year, let's say when we move to the next academic year in level 200, you are not able to pay your fees to register. It means that you are not part of the school in a way. So when we check against the data and your name is not on it, such a person will not be given the money. So it's only in these two instances where your Tvucc card is not for you or you've not done registration for an academic year. That's when you will not be given the loan. But apart from these two, and these two too, we can resolve or rectify it at any time. So when that is done, there is no instances that the money will not be paid to you. When you apply, you will get it. Thank you.
A round of applause for her. Shall we clap for her? We have our team from the fire service unit of the university, and they are going to give us a talk on fire safety measures. With a round of applause, shall we invite the fire service team as they take over?
Thank you very much, madam. Good morning to you all. I'm fine, and yourself? My name is Alex Apia Danka. I'm here this morning to share my experience in fire safety with you. First, let me say that some people came to UCC campus some years back and they couldn't go back. I'm sorry to say that their dead bodies were sent back because something that could have been controlled or prevented happened and they were affected. Hello? The management of the university has taken a serious concern of these problems, and they require that the fire safety department of the university will come and talk to you, remind you of certain things that can be avoided and others that we have to do to ensure our safety on campus. Hello? I think there's a problem with the microphone. Hello? Hello? Thank you. Thank you. Some of us couldn't come because of financial problems. And the problem could have been for a fact that the mother or the parents or whoever is taking care of that particular person lost his way during Kantamanto recent fire. Everything is gone. So there's no money into school, no unko this year trying beko. So those of us here should count ourselves very much privileged to be here. Whatever happens, life must still go on. But I want to tell you that fire safety is a collective responsibility. The university is doing its part, and you also have to do your part to ensure that we live a fire-free period throughout the period of our training on this campus. One, let me talk about fire, basic definition for fire. It is a reaction between heat, fuel, and air. I want to emphasize more on fuel. I said heat, fuel, and air. Now, these three components, heat, fuel, and air, let's use triangle to represent the structure. Let's see the structure as a triangle. If any portion of the triangle is taken off, it means it's not fire. So the triangle now, as we sit here, we call it triangle of combustion or fire triangle. But I want to dwell more on fuel. We have various forms of fuel. The human bodies that we are sitting here are all fuel. They can burn. The cloth, the furniture that we are sitting on, the papers, leather bags and all those things, all the organic, including wood and I think I've already said it, paper. All of them can burn. Now, if you look at the other side too, we have a liquid form of fuel, that is petrol, diesel, some other chemicals that we can find them in the burning enclave. And then we have metals that also burn. And then we have other fires that are also belonging to electricity. For time's sake, we're going to combine all of them, but which area you don't understand, we'll give you time to ask so that we explain further. So now, we have different types of fires. The type of fire is determined by the type of material which is burning. I think I said most of the fires that we are recording on campus are coming from electricity. Now, gases that are used, butane gas, propane gas that are used for household cooking are no longer accepted to be used in the halls. So we are using electric stove. And electricity or electrical system, when they are very much okay, they will never give any problem. Unless, of course, they have started developing problems, fault. But I know of a situation because I've been a student before. This time we have much more efficient and modern system that we call distribution board, where we find in the distribution board circuit breakers. Circuit breakers, they are much more efficient because they trip at the slightest insurgence of current, high current. Those days, some of our mates were, instead of fuse wire, we put in nails, and the system will not be able to blow off whenever there is high current, so that the situation will be taken care of after the fuse is gone off. But now we have the circuit breaker. So if we still find some of these problems coming out, then it means, one, the source of buying some of these electrical gadgets are of much concern. Yes. Sometimes we go to the market and we check the prices. Oh, this one is cheaper. But the cheaper ones are the ones who are going to cause the problems. Some of us, apart from that, some of us will use our hot plate, cook the food, and after they will even forget that they have to switch it off. We'll leave it and we go to lectures. All what I'm trying to tell you is that our efforts or our way of living in the halls are responsible for some of these fires. I'm telling you, it is a collective responsibility. If we are able to do the right thing, we'll be able to prevent some of these fires. We'll be able to prevent some of these fires, if not all. The electric irons that we use, some of us do iron our beds. When we iron on our beds, we even forget to put the we even forget to switch off the electric iron. Some of us, we use the stove, we use the electric iron, and at some point in time we realize that the plug which is being engaged to the wall socket are changing. They are showing sign of melting, but we don't take any serious concern over it. And this is where the problem starts. I'm telling you, the basic aim of all of us being here is to get our certificate at the end of our program. So all these things are part of our staying on campus. If we don't take very good care, and like I said, some of us couldn't come because of a jana, a toy, or cantamantono. There are other places that we have also recorded fires that affected some people, and the same thing can happen on campus if we don't take serious care about living on campus. Please, the university has done so much so well that they have provided fire extinguishers almost everywhere. Please, do we have the fire extinguisher? Bring it here. They have provided us with fire extinguishers almost everywhere. Somebody will ask, can I put water on it? Yes, you can put water, but it's not every situation that requires water to be used as the extinguishing medium. Now what we have here, what we have here is fire extinguisher, and this is carbon dioxide. This type of fire extinguisher is so much useful such that if you are cooking and you apply it on the fire, you can still eat your food. And Nisubino behavior is something else that can scare you. Just demonstrate how it works before we teach them how to use the extinguisher. Yes, you see, some of us are running away. So if you are not bold enough, you will not be able to use it. But But let's remember that the fire extinguisher is first aid appliance. It's a first aid appliance. First aid appliance means you can only use it when the fire starts or at the starting of the fire. But when the fire has escalated, when the fire has spread, and whether or not the fire will spread depends on us. Some of us, when you come to our rooms, we have and yoma basa basa. Bibia where you have, where you have, where you have. Bibia gugu basa basa. That is very bad housekeeping that we talk about. And this bad housekeeping can easily, within 5 minutes, can spread to an entire room. 5 minutes, it's even more. 3 minutes, the entire room can be engulfed with fire. Please, the most important thing is that we have refrigerators. These fridges should be positioned such that they will also have air to cool them down, because when they are working, they get heated. Is that clear? They should be positioned such that there will be enough air as ventilation to cool the heating portion of the fridge. Some of us use TVs in our room. When we use the remote to put them off, it means the TV is on standby mode. We leave the same thing the same way and we go to lectures. The TV, by its components, they are still working. Current is running through. And they can also start fire. Some of us will switch on TV, switch on sound system. Which of them are we watching? Which of them are we listening? The sound system is playing music. The TV is also bringing sound. Which of them? Meanwhile, we claim that, oh, if I don't put on the music, I will not be able to learn. Meanwhile, your friend cannot learn at all if there is any other noise. Please, all these things are not part of the reason why we are here. Let's focus on the reason why we are here. The very important things that we have to do is to cook, iron your dress, and some few other things where maybe you can use your blender. So those of us who use blender, when they look side of it, you realize that if the blender is working, it gives sparks. When it becomes hot, it's very easy to start burning the blender itself. The blender itself will be a source of ignition to start burning your room. We are here to remind you that you also have a responsibility to ensure that you'll be able to spend your period of time on this campus, get what you want, and go back and start your life out there. So when you see that socket giving a sign of burning or melting, don't hesitate to call the authorities of the hall to fix that problem. When your electric iron shows sign of burning at the plug, please get a qualified electrician to fix the problem for you. Fire extinguishers are provided at almost all the halls, everywhere. It means they are there to help us to ensure that we'll be taking care of fires if they start. But some of us use it for fun, particularly when we are celebrating whole week. When we are celebrating our birthdays, that is where people go to use the fire extinguisher. Yes, it's real. So I just want to remind you that fire extinguishers are small like our babies. Let's take very good care of them, and they will help us to survive on campus. I think from my first presentation, I haven't said much here, but I realize questions coming will answer and address most of the things that we want to talk about. So I'll open the floor. I'll open the floor for you to ask questions. But before the question comes, let's look at this. This is a fire extinguisher. Oh, every fire extinguisher, look at it very well. Every fire extinguisher has a point where you can use to carry it. That is the lever below. The lever up here is meant to help you operate the fire extinguisher. But every fire extinguisher has a seal, safety pin. When the safety pin is in place, you cannot use the fire extinguisher. So, whenever there is an incident, what you have to do is to remove the pin, safety pin first. If you remove the safety pin, you use one hand to hold the handle here. You use the other to hold. This one is a CO2, so it has a horn. You hold this one, you point it to the item which is burning. Don't look at the flame. Point it to the base of the fire. That is what we call seat of the fire. And then you press the upper one. When pressing the upper one, make sure you control the nozzle as if you have a broom in your hand trying to sweep. So you press it and then certainly it will help the fire to go off. You realize that there was some whitish thing that was coming from the fire extinguisher. It's like an ice. And like I said, this type of fire extinguisher is very useful. When you finish using it, you can still eat your food, you don't have problem. But the other ones, no, you can't use it. Just like we demonstrated this one, if it happens to be the dry powder, the entire space would have been a dusty area. I would not be even able to see you. And this one is also good to be used indoors. Very powerful when you are using indoors, because when you use it out there, it's very, very possible that blowing air can take the contents off. It will not help you to extinguish the fire. So we just want you to know, most of the fire extinguishers we have on campus are CO2 and dry powder. That will go a long way to ensure that we live a fire-free incident. But in case you use the extinguisher and you are not able to extinguish the fire does not go off. Please take a note of these numbers. That is where you have to call to get your assistance. 020 53 88 648. I repeat, 020 53 88 648. And then we also have 192. With this number, when you call with your cell phone, you will get to University Fire Department straight. And whenever your line goes through, please take your time and explain yourself to the person. All the questions that he will ask you, don't think that he's wasting your time, because the information you are providing will lead them to come to the fire scene straight away. And then we have 192. 192. When you use your mobile phone, the 192 will go straight to our control center in Accra. That is what we call FMC, Fire Master Control. They will have to receive the call, ask you a few questions, and then redirect the call to the appropriate point where fire tender will be available to the incident scene to help take care of the situation. I want to hold on here and allow for questions.
Please, good morning. My name is Rejoice. I want to ask a question. If you are cooking and it's catch fire and you don't have fire extinguisher, can you use blanket? You put in the water and use it to cover it?
Sure. You see, that method, it's a bit cumbersome. The reason why is that you need to look at several factors before you can apply. For instance, if the heat per the airflow is towards a particular direction, and because you don't have that experience, you stand at the point where the heat is coming towards you, it means you're going to get yourself injured. And let me also remind you that whenever there is fire, the smoke that comes is very poisonous. Because every material, when it is burning, comes with some form of gases. And some of these gases can suffocate you. When we hear that nipa no wademu ho, edani nyina ahye nipa na ahye, sometimes into one say jano bana one sorry there be before the fire gets there, you are already dead and gone because of the poisonous smoke that you have inhaled. Some of the smoke are so powerful such that if you inhale them, first one, second one, third one, you lie and sleep without hearing anything. The next moment is that the entire body is burned. It has happened before. So when we don't take care, some of these can happen to any of us. That is why we are here to share our experience with you. Whenever there is fire, you hear that people are shouting fire, fire. Please make sure wherever you find yourself, the next available exit point should be your target. You move out. If you even have $100,000 in there, leave it to burn. Yes, I'm telling you, because you may go in, you never come back. You may go in there and you never come back. Carbon monoxide. Bibia beshibia, the gases that comes of it. We have carbon monoxide. My lecturer be not catching me. Also, he is not telling me to go and commit suicide. But if I want to commit suicide, I should go and park my car in my garage, lock all the doors and start the car engine and find a bottle of beer, sit in the garage and then enjoy. The next moment they will come and carry your body away. Yes, the smoke comes with a lot of gases, poisonous gases. So the moment you find yourself in a fire situation, the best thing to do is that you find the exit point, you leave the place. Whatever you have in there, leave it to burn. You can later work to get maybe much better than. So that is it. Is your question answered? So you can use the blanket soaked in water or even napkin. When it's soaked in water, you can use it. Because if it is dry, you will apply it and it will also start burning. Soak it in water, use it to cover the lid, the fire will go off. Per your experience, but I will not advise you to try because we have not even given you a demonstration that will equip you the knowledge to do it yourself. Any more questions?
Please, my name is Abraham Ali. Please, I've learned that the fire extinguisher, they say we can only use it once. And I want to know if there is fire outbreak and I use it once, and I use it once and there is another fire outbreak, is it good for me to go and refill it or I will still use the old one?
You have answered the question. There is a question and answer at the same time. The whole thing is that this fire extinguisher has an operating period of about between 9 and 11 seconds. Okay? 9 and 11 seconds. But it can be recharged. The contents can be put in back to use it. But before, we the expert have to come and do inspection on it. You realize that when we are trying to discharge some fuel for you to see, there was a leakage here. All these things are some of the things that we look at. The valves here, if they are functioning very much well, then it means we can recharge the whole thing and bring it back to use. So it's possible. But I just want you to understand that the fire extinguisher has a very minimum operation time. So if it is 10 seconds, for instance, if it is 10 seconds and you encounter fire, you use about 4 seconds. Forget about remaining 6 seconds. Go and recharge it so that you can use it the next time. Once you use it, it must be recharged. And if you have not used it for 12 months, you still have to go and recharge it to ensure that it's always in good working order for you. Thank you. Epamucho, those of us, we don't, I know you don't find it convenient ironing on your beds, but sometimes that is the situation you want to adapt, because open term, it is not an ideal thing. Some of us, because we are many in the room, we try to use extension board. Extension board, you know, we person here or electrical, we person also fan, we person or use a whole lot. All these things amounts to danger. We have something that we normally call time bomb. One day. So let's avoid using it. I remember I was with a friend in his shop. He sells electrical items, and some ladies from Nurses Training College came to buy an extension cord. So about 5 of them were displayed, but they were bent on buying the cheaper one. And that one doesn't have good strength to be used for a very longer time. Or let me say, some of the electrical extension cord cannot even accommodate only electric iron, one electric iron. But in most cases, we see a whole lot of things plugged on that electric iron, and that is danger. So let's take care of this. How we arrange our things in the room. Good housekeeping also tells how fire can get established if it happens. When you have any problem you don't understand, or when you see anything very odd, don't hesitate to call the attention of the administrator or the managers of the hall to take care of the situation for you. Thank you very much.
Please, the last one. When he finished, then it ends here.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Mbogre Okudugu Francis, BHR. Please, sir, in your summation, you made us to understand that when there's an outbreak of fire, the gas that emanates out of the place is very dangerous to us. So we should always find a way of escaping. I want to find out if there is a way to protect ourselves. Should an incident like that occur, then there are people in the room. Is there any way that we can protect ourselves to try to rescue the person? Thank you.
Is there any way?
Yes, we can protect ourselves against the gas so that we can rescue the person inside.
Very well. We all know that hot air or hot gases rises. Is that not the case? Whenever there is smoke, you realize that the smoke travels upwards. So in an event where you find yourself in a situation where there is fire outbreak and the entire place is covered with smoke. Yes. So what you have to do, look at my brother, how he's going to do the whole thing. So when you find yourself in such a situation, you lie and crawl. Beneath the smoke, there is fresh air. Is that okay? Beneath the smoke will try to travel up. Under it, there is fresh air. That is what can help you, sustain you before you move out of the room. But if you think you can walk through the smoke, I'm telling you, some of the items that are burning are very toxic. You inhale the first one, the second one. By the time you start inhaling the third one, you just go down like somebody who has right away, taking a full bottle of apetici. You go down straight away. And by the time you go down, if nobody sees you, the next moment is that the fire may spread to the point where you are sleeping and the next moment you find yourself in the mortuary. Don't be a victim. Thank you very much.
Let's do it for him. Let's clap for him. And I hope what he has taught you will not be used in the campus only. It will help you even in your various houses. Once again, let's clap for him. Next on our presentation, we have Mr. Benedict Adoyeboa. He's going to speak to us on electrical issues, things that we should avoid and those that we should do so far as the use of electricity is concerned. Let's welcome him with a round of applause. You should have done that long ago, so you give it to him. Okay. Okay, you come. Answer his question whilst he's trying to fix it. What question is it? Yeah. So, please, you come. Whilst he's fixing his pen drive, come and ask your question. Is it on fire service? Yes, it's on fire service. So you ask your question.
Good morning. Please, I am Iswidin Baton. So I wanted to ask that, let's say you're in a room and you are locked in the room, you can't find the keys to the door to go outside. So like the fire is outside and the smoke is entering the room. So like what can you do? Or if you just accept that you are dead.
Thank you very much. Holistically, wherever you find yourself by safety procedure, you need to identify the place very well, where you're coming from and where you have to move out. Because some places, your entry point is different from exit point. You have to come by some means and then you use different means to get out of the place. But in an event where you find yourself in the room and you can't find the keys, how did you get there? First place, let me ask you. How did you get there? Hey, pressure, babe. But please, if we make it as part of our movement on campus, wherever you see yourself, the moment you sit here, for instance, if there should be any emergency, in less than 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, everybody has to move out. So the moment I came here, I started checking, and I realized, yes, there are about 4. There's another one. I can easily say that one here, so possibly there's another one here. So if you look at it, it's possible that within 5 minutes, all of us can, in a brisk manner, walk out of this room. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is good to have a strategy for yourself in your halls. Okay? It is good to holistically look at how your halls are designed, how you can walk out of the place. We are not saying this for fun, please. My previous presentation, I said that I've been on this campus. My dad was working here, so I was born at the university hospital here. Yes. And when I started working, after my training in 1992, most of you were not yet born. In 1992, this was my first station, UCC, so I know here very well. And some of the processes that we have put in place as safety, part of safety, has gone a very long way to help prevent most of the situation. But like I said, the safety procedure is a collective responsibility. The university is doing its part. If you don't compromise, then it means whatever the university is doing will not bring any. But meanwhile, what the university is doing is, involves a large quantum of money. So we have to complement. But like you said, there's no way you find yourself, you said you can't find the key. Are they? What cells are now? Please, whenever you go into your room, make sure you have your keys at the point where you can easily. Yes. You see, when you go to some of the structures here, I know you cannot enter from certain point. But in an event where you have to move away from the building, there is no one there, but the moment you get there, you can open the door by yourself. That is what we call the means of exit. They have specially designed for those things. So that when you are coming from outside, you will not be able to enter. But when you are moving out of the building, you'll be able to open it by yourself. No one is coming to give you support to open that door. You will be able to open it. And this time when we are building houses, let me push it a bit. When we are building houses, we build our houses because of tips. When you are in your own house, the whole thing looks as if what that sells. But it should not go to that extent. And to be part of Papa, no, be a question, no. Mr. No, wherever you find yourself, make sure when you even sleep, it should be on your mind. Because life, it's what we cannot buy. We will not find it anywhere to buy. Papa, what must here? So you're here, your safety here is very paramount. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's give it to them. Please, if you have any questions bothering your mind, you have another orientation at the halls. So fire issues, I think it will be revisited. So when you go to your halls, and then please, when the space is given for you to ask questions, please let's do so because you are working with time. Very soon you may have to give you a break for you to go and eat, and then the second session will come. So please, when you have questions, you come early, you ask within the time. Thank you very much. We have the presenter is ready and is representing. Please.
Registrar Chair, good morning. Permit me to also step in the established protocols and then welcome our freshmen and women to University of Cape Coast. All right. So, good morning. Here at the University of Cape Coast, we have a certain culture where we induct fresh students such as yourselves into the responsibility of energy conservation. Okay. So energy conservation has come to stay here, and when you come in a fora like this, we induct you, we instill in you that responsibility to take care of our consumption. So you're welcome. Now, what is energy conservation? Before we go right into that, for those of us who took our integrated sciences seriously, energy conservation is the capacity to do work. Please repeat after me. Capacity to do work. All right. So we have a broad classification. We have the potential and then kinetic. So by the fact that these fans are just hanging there still, there is some energy residing in them. That is the potential. Now, the kinetic energy has to do with any moving object, any moving particle or subatomic particle. You have them having that kinetic energy. There are other forms of energy. We have the thermal, mechanical, chemical, elastic energy, nuclear energy. I'm sure you've heard of a whole lot of energies, okay. But during your stay here on campus, you will most likely be using the electrical energy. Who will tell me the common name for electrical energy? Electrical energy. Yes, that is electricity, okay? Electricity. That is commonly known as electrical energy. You will agree with me that many of the modern lifestyles that we are enjoying wouldn't be possible without electricity. Okay, so let's look at our sources. So we have renewable energy sources. That is the wind, solar, hydropower, biomass, etc., etc. We also have the non-renewable. The difference between these two is that one can be replenished during human's lifetime, okay? Meaning that when you use it, you can come back and meet it. There is the other one, which is the non-renewable. When you use it, till our great in a million's lifetime, we will not replenish it. And we're talking about our oil, our coal, our natural gas, mostly classified as the fossil fuels, and then our nuclear. We cannot replenish them when we use them in our lifetime. Okay, all right. So, we all know, I always ask this question in a forum like this. Who can tell me something they did this morning without the involvement of electricity? As a matter of fact, it's still morning and you are enjoying air conditioner. So it means you are utilizing electricity. So electricity plays an important role in every facet of our lives. Talk of all the things we can use, both at home, at our halls, when you came, wherever, whatever you do, okay? Even as you sit in a taxi and chatting, without electricity, you won't get what? Reception, all right. So, what about water? Let's establish that link. Water. They say water is energy, but let's establish that link. You realize that when there is an extended period of time of power outage, okay, water ceases to flow from our taps. Have you noticed? Yes. Why? It is because in the processing of water to make it potable, you require heavy motors situated at strategic locations, and then the motors would pump the water miles away to your homes. So when there is no power, the pumps cannot work, so they cannot pump the water through to those pipes laid all across. I hope you get it. So that's the link. So each time you find, if you like, leaking faucets, shower heads, and all that, you report, because as you're wasting water, you're wasting energy. So, what is energy conservation and why do we need to conserve energy? All right. At its core, energy conservation is the practice of using less energy. So please repeat after me. The practice of using less energy. Yes, basically, it requires some lifestyle changes here and there, just modifying the way we consume electricity and all the things that we use and the activities that we actually work on. We just have to reduce them. That's all. All right. So it could also mean that we are using less water, less gas, because all this will require electricity in their processing and to get them to you. And any other form of utility that we pay for, okay? So why is it important? Why should we bother? And why should you, even students, bother about conserving energy? It is important because most of our energy sources here in Ghana are non-renewable. Okay, they are non-renewable. So you find that they are all made up of finite sources. They are non-renewable. Remember, when you use it, it's gone. It's gone forever. So in Ghana, when we face doomsday, in the olden days, when our population had not grown to 36 million that we are now, we were just depending on hydropower, okay, which is just 36%. Sorry, it's not too clear. Can you see from there? All right. 38. And then the thermal constitutes 61%. And the thermal, all the thermal plants we have in Ghana utilize these non-renewable energies. Okay, talk of the gas, the petroleum, the diesel used in running the big generators. to get us power, and just a paltry 10% for solar. Okay. So you realize that as we are using these thermal plants, we are depleting the sources for these finite resources. All right. And secondly, when we reduce this energy, our energy use, we also limit the number that comes. Remember that as we use these generators, these are the amount of pollution that they give off. So these pollutions, they contain a lot of harmful emissions. They are mostly responsible for all the congenital diseases we find. Somebody with cancer, somebody with some weird diseases, okay? And you will find that these diseases are heavy and very prevalent at the industrialized nations. But we will get there. At the way we say we want to be an industrialized nation, blah, 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 we should be taking note of the emissions that are coming off from this thermal plant. And so with these billions of harmful emissions already in the atmosphere, it is always a good thing to cut back. You would also agree with me, therefore, that being conservative with energy in terms of ensuring that the environment is safe. I need to talk something. No. The next slide, please. Yes. Being conservative with energy would ensure that we can ensure a good habitat for the animals, our water bodies, our trees, and then the environment as a whole. Okay. All right. Aside the environmental bit, you realize that when we also prolong the fossil fuels, then we have these situations not come. When there is extensive doom so out of the fact that we are not getting the fuel, like the doom so that happened recently. Say Akosomo is full, but what's happening? It's because we don't have fuel. That was the reason. So when there's no fuel, we'll get to this situation where we use a lantern to prepare for exams and all that. So apart from the environmental bit, we need to lower our energy consumption because we want to save some money. Okay. I mean, think of it. You have 20 cedis on your prepaid. It is late, but you want to still iron in the morning, or you want to do something with electricity in the morning. What do? You switch off all other appliances so that you can retain that 20. Is that not so? All right. So, as a leading university, the University of Cape Coast has also invested in a number of, if you like, energy conservation activities in the past years. We have migrated about 5,000 pieces of 40 watt T8 fluorescent lights with chokes to the 28 watt type and LED types. Okay, this used not to be here, but we've changed them to energy efficient ones, just to give you a glimpse of the role the university is also playing, so that it wouldn't look like you're the only people being charged to conserve energy while we live in comfort. That is not the case. We've also replaced all our street lights, mostly about 85% of them, with the energy efficient LED street lights. So when you see the white LED lights, we are talking about the efficient types, okay? We've installed over 400 pieces of solar street lights as well. So whether there is outage or not, plying along that route would ensure some safety. We've also installed over 500 units of inverter and VRF air conditioners with a minimum of 3 stars. So all the air conditioners you find in here, most of them are very new and they are rated quite high because of energy efficiency. All right. So let's look at the tidbits, the take home, the things we really want you to adhere to in conserving energy on campus. So first of all, we want you to use energy efficient, if you like, appliances and smart appliances as well. Okay. I'm sure you all brought along some electric irons. How efficient and how smart is your iron? If your iron is dumb, then it means if you forget to switch it off or unplug it, it will continue to run. If it is smart, if it senses nobody is moving it, it cuts off. That's the kind of iron we want you to bring here. So we'll be coming to your house to check. If your iron is not smart, we'll throw it away. You go and buy the smart ones. Okay. Let's get the smart fridges, smart cookers, so that if you forget to, turn your cooker off, I mean, it will sense that, Charlie, my owner is not here. Let me go off before I burn the whole place down. We'll be checking all those things. If they are not smart, we'll throw them away. All right. We are all guilty of this, aren't we? We are all guilty of this. Some people, after talking, even if the thing is not low, they will go and plug it. Especially those with the China phones. They plug it 3 minutes, it gets to 103 minutes. He talks for 1 minute, the thing comes back to 0. Please, as much as possible, get new devices that are less energy intensive, okay? So let's avoid charging overnight. In fact, we've been advised that when your phone battery gets to 80%, take it off, unplug it. When it gets to 20 and it alerts you, plug it back in. In that way, you extend the duration of your battery life, okay? Let's iron in bulk and let's use steam irons, okay? Let's iron in bulk. For instance, especially the guys, if most of what you'll be wearing, you wear 1 pair of jeans and then like 20 t-shirts. So you can decide to iron everything and then you are done for the month. Sometimes for the year, because I know most of you wouldn't wash anyways, but it's fine. And the ladies too, don't mind them. They pretend they wash, they don't wash. They only use sprays and all that. So as much as possible, try and do your washing in bulk. That's if you're using a washing machine. If not, that's fine. You are using your own energy, not your own problem. But please, let's do some of these things in bulk, okay? All right. This is the time when some people realize suddenly they have singing voices. Only when they are in the shower. Please, when you get to the shower, get in there, come out. Especially the boys. I like the guys. They get in there to pretend they just bath and then they come out. It is fine. So long as you are not wasting our water, we are cool with it. When you are brushing your teeth, don't leave the tap running, okay? Don't leave it running. Just go with a glass of water. Brush, use a glass of water to rinse, and then you are off. Okay, let's stop practicing our mental skills at the bathroom. We've established the link that water is energy. So when you find any of these situations, please report to the hall authority and they will fix it. In fact, failure to report these things simply means that we are not, quote unquote, well-bred. You should have that conscience to report these things. Okay, so let's report these things, either at our faculties or at our various halls or even our lecture rooms. Let's report when we get them and let's follow it up. In that case, we are instilling ourselves that responsibility. All right, when we see fridges like this, the freezer compartments of fridges like this, in Pacho and Buejuma, because most of you, when you find these things, you say, hey, my fridge in the Buejuma, ice in Kwa. This is a cry for help. Basically, it's telling you, defrost me, defrost me. So please, when you find it this way, defrost it. You can do an experiment. When your freezer compartment is clean, put what we call the sachet water. 1 sachet water, put it in there. I can assure you in 1 hour, it is fully iced. When it is like this, go back 4 hours, it's still some style. So, evidently, this means that you are just wasting power. It will still consume the same thing, but will be doing very little. So, let's defrost. What you do is you switch off your fridge, just for about 1 hour or 2. Everything will come off. It is clean. Then you can also save space. See, how do you get something else in there? So what some people do is they use the benkuta to be scraping off the ice. Just put it off. Okay, all right. Let's decide always before we open the fridge. Some people will be looking for something they've already consumed. As if by magic, by looking for it, they will find it there. It is not there. You've already taken it. Okay, so let's decide, and let's always make sure that the seal around the fridges are intact in order to conserve energy. All right? Okay. And yes, some of us, upon returning to our rooms, we switch everything off because it has radio on, TV on, fan, light, washing machine on. Okay, I'm not washing, off. That kind of thing, please. Let's take our time. When you enter the room, at least even get some smell and see whether something is burning or not. And then switch on only what you require at that point. Maybe you need fan, put the fan on. Because for all you know, you've opened the windows so you can get some, daylight in there. You still put on the light. Conserve energy, conserve energy. If you are sleepy, please put the lights off. Put your gadgets off and sleep. Wake up, feel refreshed, come back to your work. So the last person always leaving a room must make sure he puts their equipment, their gadgets, everything off. Okay. The university is seriously considering automating some of these things. We shall get there, we shall do that. So the other thing is, this is the last bit, where you will find students leaving their halls or rooms for lectures, and then they will put the fan at top speed, thinking that by the time they come, the place will be cool. Please, it's not an air conditioner. It won't cool off the room. Rather, it will make the room very, very hot. What it means is that you require fresh air to get into the room to circulate, because that's what fan does anyway. Fan will only circulate what you have in there. Okay. So, he or she has closed all the curtains, closed the door, fan, number 5, top speed, pa, 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 pa. You don't need that. You can put your fan at 2, you still enjoy because air is coming in. The hot one, they are all finding their ways out. So it's pretty simple. All right, so as we enjoy our stay here on campus, I know one of the take-homes will be to be living an energy-conscious lifestyle. I will charge you to become energy conservation ambassadors. In fact, on your CV, you can put it there. Lifestyle expert, energy conservation ambassador. This guy, they tell you, we ask you 1 or 2 questions about it, and you tell them you are passionate about it because you care for the environment. Number 1 priority. And then let us all see energy conservation as a responsibility. Thank you for your attention. Any questions?
Please, any question? Time for questioning. Any question? Please, those who have questions, kindly come forward for us. Any question? Okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I know, yes, they are all satisfied with whatever you gave them. Next is interaction with student bodies. And first on our list is Isaac. Isaac, the treasurer, Sandra, secretary. Okay, please, she's the secretary for Isaac, and will speak to you about what Isaac stands for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. A very good morning to each and every one of us here. My name is Edna Sari. I'm in level 300, and I'm the Isaac secretary. So today we are here to brief you on what ISAC is about. So ISAC stands for Education Students Association of Ghana, which we all here are a part of. And ISAC is made up of different faculties. People have been coming to me asking why when they had admission, they had BSc psychology. But then when they came here, they were told to be a part of ISAC. So psychology and education go hand in hand. So that is why you are a part of ISAC. And as an association, once you are an education student, automatically you are a part of us. And that is why, even though the college has organized an orientation program for you, you are also invited to our orientation program tomorrow, God willing, at Auditorium 900. Is it a large building opposite this auditorium? There is an auditorium inside called Auditorium 900. The flyers are around. So if in case you don't know the direction to the place, you can call any of the 3 numbers on the flyer and they will direct you. A lot of people have been calling us, asking us questions about course registration, what they should do, their majors and their minors and all that. And that is why we want to organize this orientation program, so that if there is any question at all that you want to ask, you can get answers to those questions. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay. Next on our list is the secretary, the president for FEFSA, Faculty of Educational Foundation Student Association. Let's clap for him as he presents.
Good morning, fellow colleagues. I'm the president of Derek Akwesibodi, a level 300 psychology student. And I'm representing the Faculty of Educational Foundation, the presidents. So the Faculty Educational Foundation comprises of 4 programs. And the 4 programs, we have 2 departments under the faculty. And the departments are Department of Education and Psychology and Department of Basic Education. So under the Department of Basic Education, we have Early Childhood, Primary and JHS. And under the Department of Psychology and Education, we have only BSc Psychology. So as my field as psychology students, so as a faculty body and our members, we welcome you all to #1 best university in Ghana and West Africa. And we hope that you enjoy your stay here and be conscious about what you came here to do. And also, I will encourage you all to add your Christian life to anything that you want to do. Aside your education, you need to add your Christian life to it. Don't focus on one thing. Yes, and also I will encourage each and everyone to at least have a skills. Aside your education, learn the skills and also learn to interact, because there is a saying that a university friend is a friend indeed. So always make sure that you find a friend that you think nearest future you're going to need some help from the person. Thank you very much and enjoy your stay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next on our list, we have the president for FOSISA, that is Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences Education Student Association, in the person of Mr. Afeni. Let's clap for Mr. Afeni.
Good morning, everyone. Please, my name is Emmanuel Afeni. I'm a level 400 BS Social Studies student. I head the Faculty of Humanities and Social Science Education, for FOSISA for short. I'm here to brief you about the faculty. Under the faculty, we have 2 departments, Department of Arts and then Department of Business and Social Science. FOSISA contains 5 programs: BS Social Studies, BS Social Science, BEd Arts, BEd Accounting, and BEd Management. Whosoever found his or himself pursuing these programs should take note he belongs to FOSISA. In the course of your program or in the course of your academic year,
for CISA have a lot of programs for you. We entreat you all to partake. For the past years, our faculty has not been that effective, but we don't want it to continue as it is. We don't want it to continue as it has been, and so therefore we encourage you. We seek for your contribution and ensure that the faculty grows to its expectation. Thank you for your time. Hope to meet you on our explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Feni. Please, next we have the President for Faculty of Science and Technology Education Student Association. Let's welcome him.
Okay, good afternoon once again. Please, my name is Emmanuel Kwesikwa, President of the Faculty of Science and Technology Student Association. All right, so FOSTESA has 8 programs, which is B.Ed Science, B.Ed Math, B.Ed ICT, B.Ed Home Economics, B.Ed Hyper, and Communication Design, Building and Technology. Okay, so please, if you are part of this program, make sure you see us after here if you have not joined our group so that we add you. We need to give you some information and also allocate it to your various class groups. We've been doing that since we started orientation, but we also continue. We have various programs that we have put in place for you guys, but first of all, we need you in the groups before we can give you all those informations. Okay, so for now, I would say whatever you've heard here, please take it serious. Okay, and the executives, we are always here to help you out. If you have any challenge, any problem, just reach out to us. We'll gladly help you. Welcome to the University of Cape Coast, and I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Please, we have the NATOC secretary, and NATOC secretary, so he will be the next speaker.
Thank you, Madam. My name is Nicholas Calvin Agboni. Nicholas Calvin Agboni, popularly known as Kovagana. I am representing all right, congratulations and welcome to UCC. Let me use this opportunity to say I'm here representing the Ghana National Association of Teachers on campus. Our members include NAT members, NAGRAT members, CCT members, ATAG members, and any other teacher union in this country. We are responsible for change of management unit for teachers who gain steadily for further studies. We also facilitate processing of salaries for teachers. Since you are now a student here, your old management units will soon stop validating you. And we are going to take charge of your salary issues, change of management unit, promotion, and any other issue that regards teacher education. Our office is located at O site, adjacent ATL or in front of ATL, opposite Tvucc department. Please, I would like to give my number out so that you can easily locate me, or right after here, you text me so that I can add you to the original platform of NATOC UCC so that we can have all the information that we need to be submitted to the office. My number is 054-523-8073. 054-523-8073. Thank you. Congratulations. Welcome to UCC.
Thank you, NATOC President. Please, NATOC Secretary. Next on our list is the Vice President for SRC, Student Representative Council. My lady.
The Chair, please permit me to stand on the already existing protocols. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. I am Bridget Wahimo Opoku, a level 400 student reading Bachelor of Education, Home Economics, and the SRC Vice President. I'm here this morning on behalf of the Student Representative Council to once again welcome you to the University of Cape Coast. As SRC, we are here to champion your interest. We understand that since you came, there have been a lot of challenges here and there, but we want to encourage you that with every challenge that comes your way, see it as an opportunity to excel. Our office is located right behind Tvucc Hall. Those at Tvucc, you've seen there's a building behind your hall with the writing CBS. That's where we have all the executive, their offices are there. At any point in time when you are facing any challenge, you need any clarity on anything, feel free to walk into any of the offices and the executives will attend to you. At SRC, we've put in place a lot of measures to ensure that your stay here is impactful. We have programs and projects that we are going to organize for you. The first program on the line is what we call the Fresher Fair. It's a one-week program basically for freshers, and we entreat you all to participate fully when it's time. Before I say it, I want you all to know that there is one main reason for you being here, and it has to do with your academics. Trust me, if it had been any other thing, your parents would have let you be in the house, but they brought you here to come and excel academically. Do your best, do whatever you can, but never forget why you are here. Never compromise when it comes to your academics. Do your best, and at the end of the day, you are going to excel. Trust me, you are in the #1 university in Ghana, the #1 university in West Africa. We are honored to have you on board. Thank you all.
Thank you. All too soon we come to the end of the morning section. From Wednesday to today, we have learned a lot, and I hope it will always be on our fingertips so that we will not find ourselves wanting on this land. Thank you once again for your comportment. Shall we take the following announcement before we invite the chairperson to give her closing remarks? The first announcement is that Tvucc is meeting all freshers. Come this Saturday, that is tomorrow, at 10 o'clock a.m. at Auditorium 900. So please, Tvucc is meeting all education students. All those who are here, you are all education students. And it's tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m. at Auditorium 900. Also, FOSISA, FOSI is meeting all freshers, FOSI management. Please, if you are here and you are offering BEd accounting, BEd management, BEd social studies, BEd social sciences, and BEd arts, please, we have an orientation for you. Someone asked a question that he never did history and he has been given history. Please come with all the questions that we have. Management of FOSI will be around. The dean, the registration officers, all the heads will be around to attend to all the questions that you have. And the meeting is Wednesday. It was supposed to be Tuesday, but library is organizing a program for all freshers. So because of that, on Tuesday. So because of that, we have shifted hours. So if you are here and you are FOSI students, our meeting is coming on at Wednesday, 29th January at School of Medical Sciences Auditorium. Please, School of Medical Sciences is the building just next at the right of this auditorium. There's a very big building there. That is School of Medical Sciences. We are having a meeting at the auditorium, and please be seated by 10:30 a.m. Please, we are all supposed to be seated by 10:30 a.m. And also, no one should register. Let's come there, listen to whatever they will tell us before we start registering, so that we register the right courses that we need to register for the semester. Thank you very much. Our gentleman for CISA president, he left some sheets with you that you are supposed to write your name. If you are a FOSI student, please kindly remain after closing, all FOSI students, so that you will take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you all once again. We are closing, right? When Madam mentioned that tomorrow there is going to be, how do you call it, orientation for you, you were talking. Don't talk. This is your mother association, education student. This association is very, very key. I said it's very, very hot. The medical students, they have their association, they are very proud of. Other students, other departments, other faculties, other colleges, they have it, they are very, very proud of it. So why are you not proud of your association? So from level 100, build that. Do you understand me? So tomorrow, you are meeting your executives at auditorium 900. As Madam said, please take part. A lot will be said. Let's meet there tomorrow. If you are coming, let me see your hand up. That's very good. All right. The Tvucc student, are you here? Tvucc, are you here? Let me see your hand up. Very good. Put it down. Mathematics student, are you here? Math student and ICT, are you here? Let me see your hand up. Very good. Hyper, are you here? Hyper, are you here? Can I see your hand up? Good. Science, are you here? BS Science. BS Science, are you here? Let me see your hand up. Wonderful. Now, on the 30th of this month, I said on the hot. I said on the hot. And 30th is what day? What day is it? Thursday. 10 o'clock. I said Thursday what? We are meeting at where? Auditorium what? 900. For student consultative meeting. For what? Student management consultative what? Meeting. What did I say? Student management consultative what? Meeting. It is not meant for you alone. Level 200s are coming. Level 300s are coming, as well as the 400 students. The dean will be there. All the faculty management, including your HODs and all lecturers will be there. Don't take yourself out. Be part of that consultative meeting to learn more, to hear more, and to know that whatever problem you came with, the gentleman, where is he? The gentleman who was here yesterday concerning, how do you call it, major and minor. Come there on Thursday. The question will be answered. Do you understand that? Madam will give us the closing remark and then, the last one I want to say, from here, after Madam's closing remark, we are going for campus what? Tour. We are going for what? I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. What? I did not hear that. Correct. And listen, it's just like going for hiking. You will walk and walk and walk. You are going to walk from Science to where? Old site. Why? Or you think no. You are going to walk. Representatives from SRC are going to take you around the various places of campus where you are supposed to go, where you are not supposed to go, farm everywhere. Please. Yes, you go to the farms. You'll be taken to every part of the university. And the announcement is, please, the ladies, don't go with moke. Hello? Hello? I said the ladies don't go with what? Moke. No. I know you know moke. Go with slippers. I said go with what? Is it slippers or sandals, Mama? Sandals. I think sandals will do. But the gentleman, not with chalawati. Right? Go with something easy that you can walk with. You understand that? And then have water on you. I said have what? Water on you. Go and eat as well. Don't go in an empty what? Go and eat. Have water on you. Sandals or slippers, and then be free. So if you like, don't go with what? Duku. Be simple, and then by 4:30 will be done, and then we'll go for, how do you call it? Hall meetings. That is also key. So, Mama, I am done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, all too soon we have come to the close of the college orientation session. We have extensively dealt with a number of topics which are very important for your academics pursuit in this university. More importantly, registration of courses, examinations, student handbook, academic policies and programs. Please take it as your Bible. Read your student handbook, the academic policies. It will guide you a lot. And please try as much as possible to cohabit, as how do I even say, to stay together with your roommates. Try and agree to disagree or agree on certain things so that you can live well, happily in your rooms. So as we come to the conclusion of today's orientation program, I would like to thank you for your active participation and engagement throughout the sessions. We have covered extensively, like I've already said, and I trust that the knowledge and insight we have shared will inspire and guide you in your respective roles as students of this university. The sessions have been very exciting, and I like the way you came out and asked questions. It is good you ask questions so I get to understand the issues better. We are also grateful to all the speakers and the facilitators who were available to share their experiences with us. We are just hoping that we'll still come together to form a bigger family and come together to share or help each other as we embark on our academic journey in this university. Let us move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, collaboration, and dedication. Together, we will continue to strengthen our institution and make a positive difference. Thank you, and welcome to the University of Cape Coast.
Please, the last thing on the campus tour, if you know you are sick, you don't have the strength, don't go. Hey! Hey, you are clapping. Okay, don't go, right? But the time will come, that is when you regret that, I made a mistake by not going. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. Please go.
Please, shall we ask our SRC Vice President to pray for us?
Please, let's bow our head for a word of prayer. Dear Lord, we say thank you. Thank you for being in our midst. Thank you for being here with us. Lord, as we've come here today, we've heard a lot and we've told a lot. Lord, we pray that even as we depart from here, O Lord, may the Holy Spirit never depart from us. May the Holy Spirit be our guardian. May the Holy Spirit be our counselor. May the Holy Spirit be with us even as we go out there to excel. Lord, always be our reminder that we will never forget why we are here. That we will never forget why we came here in the first place. This and many more we ask in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much. The session has come to an end.